Welcome to The Lawbreakers, the show that explores the quirky and weird laws of this great land that we call Canada. Today, however, we will be diving into the darker side of sports and the crimes committed by some of the biggest names in the game. We'll be taking a closer look at 5 Canadian hockey players who have been convicted of crimes, ranging from the innocuous to the unspeakable. So sit back, strap in, and get prepared to have your mind blown. Mike Danton. Mike Danton was a promising young hockey player who played for the St. Louis Blues and the New Jersey Devils. In 2004, he was convicted of conspiracy to commit murder after attempting to hire a hitman to kill his agent, David Frost. Danton's plan was foiled by the FBI, and he was sentenced to 7.5 years in prison. He was released in 2009 and attempted to make a comeback in hockey, but his career never regained the same level of success. Ramage. Rob Ramage was a former NHL defenseman who played for several teams, including the St. Louis Blues and the Toronto Maple Leafs. In 2007, he was convicted of impaired driving causing death after causing a car crash that killed his passenger, former NHL player Keith Magnuson. Ramage was sentenced to 4 years in prison and was released in 2010. The accident not only resulted in the loss of a life, but also brought attention to the dangers of driving under the influence. Let's pause for a moment so you can like the video and subscribe to the channel. It would be a huge help. My wife said that if I can grow the channel, we can return to having the kind of sex where I'm involved with the activities as well. That will teach the neighbor and any and all delivery drivers that stop by our house, and members of our community that she meets for any reason. Pretty much anyone who isn't me. So, smash that like button like it is my wife's being, so that I can hopefully. Now, back to the show. Theo Fleury. Theo Fleury was a star player for the Calgary Flames and the Colorado Avalanche. In 1983, while he was playing junior hockey, he was convicted of sexual assault for assaulting his 14-year-old cousin. Fleury served time in prison and eventually returned to hockey, playing for several teams in the NHL. He has since become an advocate for survivors of sexual abuse and has spoken publicly about his own experiences. Mike Richards. Mike Richards was a 2-time Stanley Cup champion who played for the Philadelphia Flyers and the Los Angeles Kings. In 2015, he was arrested for possession of a controlled substance while crossing the US-Canada border. Richards was eventually released by his team, and his career came to an abrupt end. The incident highlights the ongoing issue of drug abuse in professional sports. Jordin Tootoo. Jordin Tootoo is a former NHL player who played for several teams, including the Nashville Predators. In 2008, he was convicted of impaired driving after crashing his vehicle into a snowbank. Tootoo completed a program for alcohol addiction and continued to play in the NHL for several years. The incident serves as a reminder of the dangers of driving under the influence. These 5 players are just a few examples of athletes who have found themselves on the wrong side of the law. Thank you for watching this special episode of The Lawbreakers. If you learned anything or enjoyed the video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Join us again as we continue to explore the darker side of sports and the consequences of criminal behavior. Thank you and good night.